if you haven't proven the concept to yourself in that you haven't tried it, then there's two ways of looking at it. One, you could go and dabble and do some part-time stuff, which is how a lot of us have got into it. It's how I did. I dabbled for a bit and then thought, I can do this. But then there's the other side on going, look at how many other people are actually doing this. So the proof of concept is also there, even though you haven't specifically done anything. So yeah, it's there's no right time. Just
no, and I guess it's worth like just reiterating the foundational pieces that you could still be working on as well. Is to, like we talk a lot about within our programs, is like those core pieces that keep the business going even when times are shit. And even when you think that it could fall apart because you broke your leg or your husband suddenly loses his job and you need to bring extra money in, or you don't make any money for a little bit, the business is that solid and that foundationally sound that it doesn't just crumble. So there is work you can be doing in the background that isn't outwardly kind of seen, I suppose, but that is worth kind of thinking about as well.
Yeah. And actually, the bit that we probably didn't mention, which ties in nicely with that, and oddly isn't a plug for us, although it could be, but just go and consume some stuff about business. Do not get caught
from the dog industry.
Yeah, do not get caught in the trap of thinking you need to just have dog knowledge, because in the grand scheme of things, if you haven't got a business that's going to generate clients, then you can have all the dog knowledge in the world. But if anything, like get the business up and running and supplement it with your dog knowledge so you can learn whilst you grow that business. And this is where, again, it can feel really overwhelming, because then we're going, oh, fuck, okay, so I've got to learn that and this and that and this. And, well, yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is, because you're stepping into that world where you are going to be your own boss and you will have to do everything.
I've literally just done a post on Instagram about, did you get into dog training to be a dog trainer, or do you do it for the business side? Like, I don't think many of you listening to this podcast are going to go, yay, I wanted to run a business, so I got into it, like our friend Joe over here did. Kind of, you did it for a bit of both, really. But if only we all did it that way round, if only we went, want to run a business, what do I love? And you did it that way around, because it would be built the right way then. It would be built solidly. It would have all those foundational pillars, wouldn't it? But we don't. We go, oh, we love that. Oh, shit, now we've got to actually try and make it work. So that's the bit where we tie ourselves up in knots, overcomplicate it. Let's face it, we overcomplicate everything, because like you just said before, if you'd got the business piece right and you knew exactly what you were doing, the knowledge bit can just be very minimal at the beginning. Like if you just focused on one area of dog knowledge, recalls, for example, like how much can you learn about recall? Okay, arguably you could learn all these different ways of doing it from different people's perspectives and slightly different methods. And I don't mean methods, I mean there are certain techniques that someone would use and someone wouldn't to get the same result. However, it's still a bloody recall. Like you could just be the recall person and get really, really good at recall. And then you go, okay, I think I'm ready now to add in some loose lead walking. Right, I'm going to find knowledge on that. And I know that's quite hard to do in the dog world because we all encompass everything together all of the time. However, I think it could be done. And if you went down the right avenues, you could just get shit hot at everything if you wanted to do it individually first. There you go. That's building your knowledge up in a way that isn't overwhelming, and a way whereby you're just going to target people who need that particular help with that particular issue. Yeah. So ideal world, I'm thinking of it that way around. Anyone who hasn't started yet, maybe try that. Yeah. No, it's a great way of looking at it, because you'll actually combat imposter syndrome a lot with that as well. Absolutely. You're like, well, I'm just going to focus on this one area. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you don't want to keep it so specific to a particular training exercise, then just do it in, I don't know, a particular dog or a particular age group or whatever it is. Like it doesn't even matter what that thing is. But yeah, I just think be prepared that it's going to be hard work. Don't assume it's going to be easy, because I think that's where every business owner falls into that trap of, oh, but they're doing it and somebody else is doing it and you can make money from it, but why is it so difficult for me? I put that onus on yourself to go,
I am choosing to take this step. I am taking responsibility for my actions, and I am going to consume as much fucking content as possible so that I can be the best, so that this doesn't fail.
Yeah, and as long as that's all in alignment with the goals you've got, the mission, the vision, all that stuff that we talk about a lot, it has to be in alignment. Otherwise, you can just consume information for the sake of it. So
take action on it, study, do what you need to do. But I think, first and foremost, no good time.
No.
Like, in fact, ask yourself this, like, what would you regret more?
Not doing it or doing it wrong or doing it messily.
Yeah,
take messy action. And also, probably worth mentioning, the longer you've been in business as a dog trainer, the harder it is to change. Because let's look at dogs. The older the dog is, the harder the behaviour is to modify. It's obviously just part and parcel because your thoughts are so ingrained. The way you've done stuff for so long is so ingrained. But that's not to say you can change. Look at me. 14 years, I did the same thing, rinse and repeat. And then I was told a different way or shown a different way. And I was like, oh God, I'm ditching that and I'm going for the other thing because I could see the light at the end of the tunnel with it. I could see that it was a better way of doing things. And my kind of mind was opened up to another way. So you can, if you're open to it, if your mindset is open and you're willing to learn a different way, go for it.
Mm-hmm. I like these little questions.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question was... this is one that constantly comes up. This is, I would say this has been a constant ever since we've started Canine Business Academy, but it came up again this week on follow-ups.